Utumishi, the burning of the school has come and gone. The trauma is real, by the way, on the parents and also on the students. And let me tell you something. Trauma is real and it can haunt people in different ways. There are different types of traumas that are going to happen. And there are those who will be active, there are those who will be acute, and there will be those who will be seriously affected with the trauma. Why? Because these are deep emotional struggles out of grief and out of mourning and out of everything. Now, Utumishi, the students had issues with the administration, and they decided not to ban the library, but they decided to ban the dormitory where other students were. They decided they cannot ban the toilet, but they will go for the dormitory where the other students are. So it is upon the law of the Kenyan, our Kenyan law, that it will be decided if they are guilty or not. And I keep saying, let the CCTV cameras be all over, in every room, in everywhere. One magistrate told me one day, Phyllis, rule number one when you're running an institution is always protecting yourself first. So the principals, the teachers, always have your cameras on at all times, because anything can happen and the law can be very bad on the teachers. Now I want to discuss about trauma. You saw how Baba Shalin was affected. You saw how he was hurt, how it was too hard for him to thrust soil to bury the daughter. That is the pain we are talking about. That parent is traumatized by the whole thing. So he's either going to be very active in trauma, he'll be affected in it in one way or the other, because that is the daughter of that man. Again, you want to look at how is this trauma going to affect, because we want to live in a world where we don't believe that teachers and the teachers and the principal are also human beings. Remember, they have lost students that they were attached to. Remember, the principal saw it going down, so she's also in there, that trauma. So she saw everything that was happening. These are students she has lost as a teacher, as a principal of the school. So let's not rush to condemn her, and yet also she's in the grieving process. Remember, the teachers have been with these students every other day and they saw it. So trauma is up to that point. Therefore, don't just be quick to judge and throw stones at the teachers and the principal of Utumishi and other schools that were burning. Now, let's discuss about now the 7 students who decided to ban the dormitory, and not any other place but the dormitory. Number one, then let's remember that this is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. They're going to juvenile, they're going to the adult prisons in future, whatever the law takes its course. But again, they're also traumatized because they saw the kids burning. They saw the hair getting burnt. They saw the screams. You remember there were screams, because when people are burning, there's a lot of screams. So those screams will stay in their brain for life. The anxiety, the pressure, the screaming, everything, every activity was going there. Those 7 girls were witnessing it. That is trauma on itself. The parent to this child who burnt the school, remember again, they are also traumatized. Why? Because this is their child who they have brought up very nicely, very disciplined, and now they are shocked that this activity is happening at this moment. Why? The school is burning, and therefore their daughter is in the middle of it as part and parcel of it, because they switched off the match, they lit the matchbox to burn the school. So both the student and the parent are going to prison. The mother and the father will be imprisoned in mind, because they have to look for the lawyer, they have to look for the change, they have to be visiting this girl, they have to be supporting her, they have to appear in court all that time they are called. So the parent is tied. That is trauma on itself. These girls are going to be in prison. It's going to be trauma on itself. Let's go to our baby girls who witnessed the whole thing. They were sleeping. They did not have any issue. They did not have anything else that is going on in their mind. Trauma is real because they sat there. They struggled to open those doors. They struggled with the windows. They fought with one another. They jumped off from the roof. They saw others breaking their bones, breaking their spines. This is real trauma. So these kids need a lot of counseling. They need a lot of passion and love so that things can start shaping up. Because some of them will not be sleeping, let me tell you. And that is pure fact. Some of them will be having weird dreams at night because of the screams and the struggles they went through to pass through that door. Some of them will never recover from the broken bones. That is trauma on itself. They are starting to face disability. And also the parent to that child who will be disabled, they are going to shift their way of life to start accommodating how to raise a physically challenged child. So it is a whole economical, emotional, mental issue that we need to stand in this country and say no more banning of schools, because it's going to affect every other person. You can see the whole trauma has affected the principal. It has come to the teachers. It goes to the students. It goes to the parents. It goes to the sub-county. It goes, it's a whole channel. And let's not forget the cooks and the soldiers and the subordinate staff who are in Utumishi, who are there to witness the whole ordeal of children burning in the dormitory with the screams, with the pain. You know you can help somebody, but you cannot because the fire is too close to you. Imagine sleeping at night and you can be able to see the same fire coming to you. These are the dreams we are talking about, the worries they are having. So how can we protect one another from all these traumas that we are talking about? It is not easy. And I think in this country, we need to stop this banning of the schools, because we are teaching students that at the end of the day, if somebody is not listening to you, then you need to ban the school. Let me tell you, it's not going to be easy when they are in the workspace, because not everybody will going to be agreeing to your way of thinking. We have to disagree and agree and come to a conclusion at some point. But again, you look at how can we, both of us, agree on one thing and say in this country, will be the last place that any other student is going to suffer from this banning of the school. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy point. It's not easy on anyone. And when you saw Baba Shalin crying on that grave for the daughter, and even other parents coming together, trying to understand what has really happened. I took my child well in school. She came back in ashes. She came back, I could not recognize her. I tell you, that is real trauma. So this is the topic we are going to look at in a wide spectrum, and I'm going to make sure we understand each other as we go by on how we can handle the traumas that we are seeing out of Utumishi, because this is one of it that is going to affect the students, the teachers for the rest of their lives. Stay tuned in our YouTube channel, Filishiko, and all our social media platform, Moses Basket Initiative, so that we can be able to move together in this journey of trauma and how we can conquer trauma, because it is real and it is there with us. We love you. See you again in our next episode.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But 4 seconds.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Filishiko, and you go to all our social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You'll get Moses Basket Initiative. Subscribe there. If you're our subscriber, we congratulate you and we say thank you so much for moving with us in this journey, because we love you and we want you to understand all the topics that we have. Trauma is there with us, and we need to address the issue of trauma in this country. Out of the activities that have happened, trauma is real.